Now, it is very, very likely that you've already heard and experienced the AI gold rush. Now, you've already seen some AI agencies make up and make a lot of money. You've already seen some freelancers using AI to help them close clients, to help them fulfill the client's needs. But how can you, as a normal person, from normal person to normal person, actually jump straight into making money with AI? This is a very, very good question. And from speaking with various people who already have an AI agency and myself running a very, very well engineered AI agency myself, I have seen the different strategies to opening AI agencies or AAA agencies in that case. Now, you already see the whiteboard behind me. It will be a very, very interesting video for you to start basically from scratch with little to no investment needed. We're not talking necessarily plus 500. No, it's merely for the first month. I mean, you can work yourself through free trials, but for the first month, I just say approximately $60. You should be able to gain $60. I mean, you're in a very, very privileged position if you have $60 or more. Of course, if you can pump more cash into it, it's going to grow a lot quicker. So before we actually dive into it, I would like to introduce myself because it's always a bit weird to kind of make up this whole video and the people not knowing who you are and not knowing necessarily when you either or not they trust you, right? So basically to tell you who I am and to kind of make myself, viable to give this advice. I'm basically Richard. I'm 18 years old. I currently am based in Austria. I'm flying out to Thailand very, very soon. And well, I've made some decent financial progress in the last year, if we can tell that. So basically I've been in sales a long time, a very, very long time. I mean, I've been known the ins and outs of businesses, how they start, how they basically present themselves, all the way to how they sell, how they market, how they do all of that stuff, right? And now I'm basically opening my own AI agency, and I did that a while ago. And well, since then it's just been on the up. So I guess I'm kind of solicited to give the advice. Now, without actually talking way too much in this video, we're gonna actually move on to the whiteboard, since these will be very, very good lessons. Now let me get my marker. Where is it? There is it. So while this all of this looks a bit, a bit confusing, let's actually start with the heading, the IAA. Basically, set up from scratch, set up from zero, how you can open your own in a matter of days. So we are looking at 3 pillars. We have marketing, sales, and fulfillment. Now, of course, this will be a bit of a more boring and more technical video. However, I'm trying to make it as entertaining as possible. But let's be honest, if you can't sit through approximately 10-minute video and without getting all jittery and without having the focus to just focus on one task, you're probably not even gonna make it in the AIAA. So yeah, let's move into it. With marketing usually consists of 3 things that you need to set up, depending on you as a person. The first one would be a YouTube channel. Now, not necessarily a YouTube channel where you do video games and all that, but a YouTube channel where you basically help, just like this video, where you help basically agency owners, start, develop, and this is how you will get clients in the beginning. YouTube is a massive lead generation magnet. Most people just haven't gotten it right, and myself included. I mean, if you look at this channel, this is a newly found channel, but my previous channel had like 400 subscribers. So actually that's a lie, 400 is way too much, it was 300. So I guess, if you say that, so I haven't still figured it myself out, but there are some decent opportunities that will come to you through YouTube, through a personal brand, through a nicely set up Instagram, etc. We'll get to it later. So first marketing channel, YouTube, make YouTube videos. This is also great because at the start, you don't necessarily know too much about AI. You don't necessarily know too much about the later on opportunities and tools that I will give you to build your first chatbots, your first agents, to streamline businesses, right? To actually make money and offer services. You don't know that yet. So the first thing for you, or the first task for you after you've set this all up, is to go learn and, determine what skill sets do I want to, build up on. For me, for example, it is building chatbots and streamlining businesses. Now, streamlining business is a bit more complicated than building chatbots, but, it's just a skill that you build up on. And you have to learn through not necessarily, copying, but through copying, through implementation, through adapting, watching YouTube videos, reading articles, doing workshops, whatever. You have to first of all learn and then kind of put it into a piece of content other people can watch. Because as Einstein already said, if you can't explain it to a 5-year-old, you haven't truly understood it. So the first one, YouTube. Now the second one, very interesting, email marketing. Email marketing is great because the audience that you're trying to reach is most likely entrepreneurs or small to medium-sized businesses. And those small to medium-sized businesses, they aren't necessarily scrolling through TikTok, they aren't necessarily scrolling through whatever platforms, Facebook. Not really. So it doesn't make too much sense to post on Facebook. However, what makes sense is email marketing because every business has an email and it's as simple as that gets. For the email, everybody knows how to set up a YouTube channel, but if you want inspiration, look at mine. If you subscribe, by the way. But if you want inspiration, look at mine, look at Liam Oatley, look at any other AI agency owner, and you'll have a very, very decent repertoire of things that you can implement. For email marketing, specifically, it's a software called Instantly. Instantly.ai. That's the domain. I'm not in any shape or form connected with them, so but it's just a great software, to be honest with you. It's just a great software. All you have to do is warm your emails up. It takes approximately 2 weeks, and then you can start and pull in leads from various lead magnets, like let's say you have a YouTube form, you have anything else that I can't necessarily talk about because I'm under an NDA still from my previous job, but essentially you can pull in through lots of things. For example, Instantly already offers it's quite expensive, to be fair, but it has a free trial. But Instantly offers like a built-in kind of lead magnet where you have leads and you can scrape them and then put them into Instantly and they will send out messages. Also, you need to, for this specific thing, for this skill, for YouTube, you have set skills like storytelling, content creation, editing, thumbnail design, etc. For this specific task, you need to have copywriting skills, so ideally hire a copywriter or whoever, or you eventually, just teach it yourself. Just do it yourself, do trial and error, split testing, etc. And the third one is cold calling. It should be a telephone. Third one is cold calling because it's as old as bread itself. Cold calling, cold acquisition. So it will teach you a lot of skills. Personally, I don't do it in my agency, but I probably should start it. But yeah, cold calling, it will suck, but you will build your second skill that you need, which is sales, pretty fast. Now, from my experience, I've already been 2 years deep into sales, so it doesn't necessarily make too much sense for me to go all over and teach you the skill of sales. Just go watch Jeremy Lee Minor or Connor Healy, 2 great people. But yeah, if you, by the way, are deciding to start an AI agency, I would highly advise you to kind of build up your sales skill because that's basically where the whole money is made. You can't fulfill if you don't have sales. Right. So after you've taken them through marketing, by the way, you can also market on Instagram or LinkedIn. These are optional. These 3 things are must, unless you don't want to show your face on camera, just supplement it with LinkedIn. Now, after that, you have what is called leads. Leads are just people who you have the phone number of who you have, the date of birth, the name, the whatever. Just people who you have information on. You put those leads and you get them through to closing. Now, with closing, this is in the pillar of sales, you either want to hire a closer, someone who is dedicated, someone who is capable of closing the leads, or you want to do kind of yourself, because as people ask you questions on these calls, you will quite understand where you have your troubles and where you don't exactly know what you're talking about, and most likely you'll start to kind of bullshit if you take it like that, but you'll get quite used to it. You get quite used to it and you will expand your knowledge, and that is basically the best thing to know where your weaknesses are. Now the first thing to closing, this will be a free call approach. A free call approach where you basically, first of all, identify their pain, because money gets made, where pain gets alleviated. So you identify the pain in order to solve it later down the line. You propose through, bring in a proposal and say, look, this is what I can do, this is how this would look like, and we'll get into the software part later. But look, this is what I can do, this is what the software part this is what I can do, this is what it would approximately look like, this is what I can do, and yeah, do you like it or not? And then basically evaluate and execute, right? So first call, identify the problem. Second call, propose. After that, they ideally sign the contract if they don't need more touch points, but this is a skill of sales that you would need to develop. And third, evaluate, does it work, does it not work, and is the client satisfied, is he not satisfied? Boom, easy. By the way, if you want any help on anything like that, I offer a mentorship, or not necessarily mentorship, but just consultation calls. Link is down below. You can book through my website of my agency. Now let's move on to fulfillment, because once you've closed them, what you want to do is you want to fulfill, right? You have now collected money. Now it's money in your pocket. Now you have approximately, depending on how you price the service, now you have approximately, let's say, 500 to 600 bucks in your pocket. If you are designing a chatbot, if you're doing anything else, probably more. If you're doing business streamlining, it will be way more, since that requires a lot more effort and a lot more software. But fulfillment is a very interesting one, because at the start I didn't quite get what is fulfillment in an AI agency, right? Do I basically just white label the software, or do I, just go in there and tell them, oh yeah, I'm gonna do it for you, and you sign into your account and whatever? And quite simply said, white labeling is illegal. So yeah, that's that upfront. You cannot basically take a service or a software and sell it as your own. It doesn't quite work like that. You cannot do that. That is illegal. That is piracy. However, what is legal? They create an account on their behalf. They pay the account on a regular basis, so you don't get put on a retainer. And then basically they add you as a team member. You design everything for them, and after that you just hop out. Get in, get out, quick operation, and collect the money for that. That's basically for fulfillment. The softwares that you can use for chatbots is VoiceFlow. And what's the other called? Dante. Now VoiceFlow is for the advanced chatbots where you actually want to program a chatbot and you want to integrate it into a business. Dante is merely, and I would make an error to that, it's merely for marketing. Dante is something where you prototype your chatbots, where you can show your client, hey look, this is what it could look like, this is how it would apply to your homepage, and you can integrate the homepage of the client in it as well. But the quintessence of this of Dante is to prototype it, to make a chatbot in 2 minutes and make it appear on the website. Basically just you see this, and after that you can make a loom and saying, oh yeah, hey Josh, by the way, I just quickly ran over through your website and I saw that you didn't have a chatbot yet. So I just wanted to kind of show you how this could look like, and then you run them through the different features and you label yourself as an expert, and basically then you get them on a call, and most likely they will respond, and boom, close them, sales, and that's about it. Now, for business streamlining, it's a very, very interesting one. There's Zapier, and yeah, let's keep it at Zapier. Or Make, we can put in Make as well, Make AI. But Zapier has a very, very interesting feature where you can basically set different tasks for different things. You can set different procedures, different sequences, systems, etc. to systemize how information gets proceeded from point A to point B. So it could be as simple as you put in under this video a comment on how I could help you. Zap then takes this comment, puts it into my email. My email then, gets transformed or whatever through an AI agent with possible solutions, and it sends it back to me, notifying me that there has been a comment under my video. I mean, you can test it out, you can go right under it, and I'll get a very, very interesting response that I programmed myself. But I'll basically know that you have commented. I'll basically know that what I can reply to that according to the database that I've kind of fed it. Right? Does it make sense? So I basically have a database of possible responses, possible knowledge for chatbots, for AI, for anything, you put in the comment, Zapier tells it then to, pass it forward to my email. My email then gets analyzed by AI and basically spits out an answer, which I can then see and maybe even answer to, right? Or just basically say, okay, good, check mark, send it off, and that's it. So yeah, that's about it. How to start an AA from scratch, a AAA. Yeah, it's that simple, gentlemen. So to recap a bit, you have marketing, you have sales, you have fulfillment. For marketing, you have these 3 distribution channels. You get leads in, leads feed to closing. In closing, you have a free call approach. After that, you collect the money, you get into fulfillment, and you do your thing, you promised. But gentlemen, that's about it. And yeah, as I said, if you're interested in the call thing, link down below, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care, bye-bye.